the liver, roles that it plays, things that damage it and regenerate it, and supplements. So the liver in of itself is a critical organ. It's actually the only organ in the body that can actually regenerate itself after some of it is actually lost. Like if some of it gets taken out, it can actually start to regenerate itself. And it's responsible for digesting nutrients, lipogenesis, or the creation of fat, creation of cholesterol, breakdown of insulin, filtering blood, and antioxidant production. So things that negatively impact the liver, number one is going to be vegetable oils. Now these oils are already oxidized on the source shelf. This is because these oils are required to have high heat in order to get processed. But they're already heat sensitive due to the high polyunsaturated fat content. These are very hard for your liver to process. So number two, carbohydrate overload. Too many carbohydrates, especially in the form of fructose, can actually damage the liver. This is because fructose is the only thing that can be metabolized solely by the liver, which is can actually be an extra stress. Like when we talk about glucose, that actually gets stored as glycogen or stored sugar in the muscles. And fructose is not bad in and of itself, it's just really in the proper amounts. Number three is alcohol, which is immediately absorbed because enzymes break it down before it even gets to the stomach. This gets converted into something called acetaldehyde, which is really the toxic chemical that is in alcohol. The enzyme that is responsible for breaking that down is called dehydrogenase. Now, acetaldehyde can travel to many places in the body, including the smallest capillaries. Now, the liver has a series of microcapillaries, which acetaldehyde can encompass the entire liver. When you drink alcohol, the liver prioritizes getting that out of your body, and it slows down other processes. So number four is pharmaceuticals, and now the liver is responsible for something called drug metabolism, which is exactly how it sounds, of breaking down drugs. Now, many of us Americans have something called polypharmacy, which are taking multiple prescription drugs, and many of them have not been cross-tested, so we don't really know how they interact with each other, which is unfortunate, and this causes a tremendous stress on the liver. So do anything we can to reduce the amount that we're taking or heal ourselves is going to be greatly beneficial. Number five is pesticides. Now these bioaccumulate in the liver and cause extra stress. Now the point of all this is that in a world that we have the conditions stacked against us, we really want to do everything that we can to stack the deck in our favor to be more empowered. So what are some things we can actually start to do to improve our liver health? Number one is eat organic. Eating organic will diminish the toxic load overall. Not all companies that are labeled organic do things correctly. Even if something's organic, there still can be some type of pesticide on there usually, but it's much less. Like 70% less pesticides are measured in people who eat organic than don't, so that is a big difference. Now the highest standard of certification is regenerative agriculture and biodynamic. So these are the top things that you expect from organic. Like everything is clean, there's no pesticides whatsoever, and everything's done correctly. Number two is lower glycemic load. So basically lowering our carbohydrate intake. Too many carbohydrates or carb overload can lead to lipogenesis and something called VLDL, very low dense lipoprotein. This is a type of cholesterol that gets caught up in the arteries. We've talked about cholesterol many times, but essentially VLDL is the one that you do not want to have. Number three is exercise. Getting out and moving your body is key. Moving the circulatory system and lymphatic system is always going to be beneficial. Stagnation leads to pollution. Remember that. So we have the foundational practices in place. Supplements can always play a role, but again, they are to supplement. Number one here is milk thistle, which has been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine. Now, silymarin is a compound in there that has been shown to help regenerate liver cells, fight oxidation, and promote protein synthesis. Number two, dandelion root, which helps your body promote more glutathione, which is the body's master antioxidant. It's also very rich in phytonutrients that actually help the bile function. And bile is what helps break down the fat that we eat. Number three, Chanca piedra, also known as stonebreaker. This is well known and is used for thousands of years to help break stones down in the body. This helps dilate smooth muscle of the arteries, soften stones, and help stimulate the release of bile.